Today's adventures walking the Cornish coast saw us visit one of Cornwall's most beautiful beaches. We also get excited when we discover a hidden cove. We also take in the breathtaking scenery of the Land's End Peninsula and discover a fantastic waterfall that cascaded onto a lovely sandy beach. And our adventure started in the beautiful village of Porthcurno, which houses the National Telecommunications Museum. And it was here that the world's first transatlantic telecommunication cables came ashore. Parking in the village costs £6.90 for the day, and it's a short walk from the car park down towards the beach. And what a beach this is, and the beauty of this fantastic Cornish cove cannot be overstated. Steps on the western edge of the beach beckon you up the cliff face, and as you ascend you get some amazing views across the bay. This is a marked walking trail and does appear to be part of the formal southwest coastal path. This is a steep climb, but it does offer some spectacular views, and at the top you're greeted by a sign that reminds you that there is an easier way up here via the road. At the top of the cliff is the entrance to the amazing Minack Theatre. However, as we discovered, you cannot simply just turn up and visit this place. You need to book in advance, and when we arrived, there was a show going on for a local school. So on we trekked, heading in the direction of the Land's End Peninsula. As you descend down off the headland towards Porthchapel Beach, you can just about make out the remains of the 8th century St Levans chapel, which is one of the oldest Christian chapels in Cornwall. On the headland above the chapel is St Levans Well, which was said to have healing properties good for eye conditions and toothache. It's in pretty poor condition, however, so I'm not sure I'd like to give those remedies a try. Across the next headland was a very picturesque descent down into the village of Portgwarra. And amazingly, as you enter Portgwarra, a tunnel through the rocks on your left hand side opens up access to a hidden cove. What a beautiful find, and what a beautiful spot. Porthgwarra also has a fantastic cove cafe, and this is a great place to stop and take a moment. The next section of the walk took us across the beautiful Gwennap Head with its navigational day markers and its coast watch station. These cliffs are nesting sites for the Cornish Choughs and draw ornithologists from all over the world. The trail takes you across further headlands, and before long the Longship's lighthouse comes into view, and then you know you're really close to Land's End. One more headland and our destination Nanjizal Beach came into view. There are no roads accessing Nanjizal Beach, so most people that come here are walkers. The beach is situated at the end of a short shallow valley, and the waters from the river in the valley cascade over the cliff and onto the beach. The beach has areas of soft sand and also some caves to explore. It's a great spot for a bit of lunch, and you can just sit on the boulders and just take in the view. As this was a circular walk, it was now time to head back to Porthcurno, but another option is to walk onto Land's End and take the Land's End coaster bus back to Porthcurno, which runs about every hour. And our circular walk took us back to Porthcurno via the inland route. This inland route took us along some pretty bridle ways, through farmyards, down sunken lanes and eventually onto some road walking. The route took us through the village of Trethewey before we descended down back towards the coast and Porthcurno. And these near 7 miles had felt like an epic adventure. We'd certainly been reminded of the outstanding beauty of the county of Cornwall.